What's up? This is Serenity with Cascade Media Group, and today we have a young entrepreneur with us. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Alright, my name is Nazr El-Scari. I am a senior at Pembroke Hill, and I am the creator and founder of the Shoe Plug ASP, a sneakerhead's paradise.
Alright. So, we'll start off with school. So, what is your favorite subject in school?
Kind of oddly, my favorite subject in school is actually biology. I love science. So, yes.
Okay. How does that come with the business acumen? Like, where does that come from?
I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur ever since I was young. I grew up saying, I was going to work for myself. I didn't want to work for anybody else. Starting young, I always did, the shoveling snow and mowing the lawns, trying to get money for the newest game that came out. So I've always had that entrepreneurial spirit. So.
Oh, okay. Yes. So are you going to do anything with the biology, or?
I might. I'm kind of conflicted about what I want to study in school on the next level in college between biology and business, or I might just double major. So.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. So would the biology be like a backup plan?
Yes. I'm really passionate about and would want to pursue on the next level as well. So.
Okay.
Yes.
What's up? That's interesting. I didn't think he was going to say that.
Yes.
So tell us about your love for sneakers. So I know you had an internship this past summer.
Yes.
And you said from the money from that you bought shoes.
Yes.
And tell us just go back, think in time of your first pair of tennis shoes that you just fell in love with.
Well, so my mom raised me to not really put a lot of emphasis on materialistic things, so like video games and tennis shoes. But I was raised in the artist community. And so, for me, tennis shoes.
Tell people who your mom is.
Yeah, my mom is a poet in Kansas City, Nazr El-Scari. She's also the co-owner of Rolling Grocer. But she put that emphasis on that. But we were also raised in the artist community, so I appreciate art in all forms, not only music, but in paintings. But shoes are also an art to me, and the culture behind it is a big art as well. And so I've always loved that part of it, and the creativity in which shoes have evolved even in the last 10 years. And so my first pair was the ones I bought last year after I had my internship with another app, and those were Jordan 11s, the midnight blue low tops, and I loved them because they were gum bottom. They matched all the stuff I had because they were blue and white, and so it was something simple yet real fashionable. So yes.
So let's move into we talked about entrepreneurship, how it was in your family. Then so tell us about where did you come up with to do this app? Who are you working with anyone on the app, or?
So it actually stemmed out of my deferment from Harvard College. And I was just, sitting there at night, and I was just like, you know what, I'm going to just create an app. I can't just wait to hear back from this school. I need to be doing something.
So you applied for school there?
Yeah, I applied for school there, early action, and I got deferral, which means you have to wait until later on to hear back from them. And I was just like, this 3.5 months I have to wait is not fun. So I'm going to do something I'm passionate about, something I've always wanted to do. And I told my mom the next morning, and she was like, if you're serious, we're going to reach out to people to invest and contact some people to help develop it. And so we're working with the AKA International Incorporated is our development group. And they're the team who have developed and maintenance the app. But everything else is me and my mom. So we do all the social media, we do all the contact, we do all the editing on the app and stuff like that now. So all of the main stuff that you see is us two. So
how did you learn how to do the editing and all that stuff for the app?
I just picked it up once we started working with the system, and they gave me access to the back of the system. I would kind of sit on the weekends and just mess around with it and ask questions until I fully understood it, and then I just kind of got it. So it was really awesome. Yeah.
That's great. It's a great skill to have as well.
Yes.
So I know when you were starting the app, I read you had an article that was with them in conjunction with your school.
Yes.
There was a lot of the hard questions that your mom was pushing you, saying ask those questions and whenever you're digging in to start the app. So what would you say was one of those hard questions that you had to ask?
One one of those hard questions would be like the difference between, does this feature, you know, is it consistent with what you want to do, and then does it actually help? You know, because at the beginning I have countless sheets of little 9x14 papers and stuff like that, and post-it notes everywhere in the house of just ideas I had when I was first coming up with this, and I just wrote them down everywhere, had all these ideas. And so when we were first coming to the board on everything, I was just like, oh, here's all the ideas. So I just threw them all out there, and so, you know, I was like, I want all of this in there. And so as we started working, it was just like, you know, what is realistic for this project? Anything's realistic, but what is actually going to work with the main focus of what we want to do in this app? And even though that was kind of like, man, you know, this is something I really wanted, but it didn't work, being able to just have somebody straight up tell you or ask you, like, is this really a part of what you want to do? It's hard, you know, when you're trying to be in your creative process, but it helps in the long run. So now we didn't have to backtrack and redo all of that stuff. So that was good.
Okay. So I was just wondering, like, you know, could you give that advice on to someone who's trying to like develop their own app, or
have somebody that is going to be critical of every step you take, not in a malicious way, but just really makes you want to think about everything that you're doing. I say that's the most important part. I called her the vibe killer early on just because I felt like she was just like, my mom, I called her the vibe killer because I was like, every idea I have, you're like, no, you got to think about it. But, you know, again, it helps. It helps having somebody who's not directly creating the project to look on and be like, you know, now this is a great idea, but does this really fit what you're trying to do? And
being not, a practical one.
Yeah, being practical, and not that everything won't fit or will fit, but trying to make sure you can transfer stuff to exactly how you want it to look within the big scheme of the app or anything else you're doing. So.
I was checking out your social media.
Yes,
you guys have the merchandise.
Yeah. We're also coming out with a summer collection with four kind of upward designs and just some different colors as well. And there are also features some women cuts as well and everything.
Okay. That's what I was about to ask. Like, what are you doing to create the buzz? I know you got the shirts.
Yes.
Are you gonna have any like events where you guys are showing off sneakers? Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, we're gonna try to get in some of the sneaker expos they have in Kansas City.
Yeah, they have those usually in the summertime, right?
Yep, and it's starting late May, and so I'll be out of school May 12th, so I'll be trying to get in that and get a booth for that and get flyers. We'll also be passing around flyers. We're also trying to get more active on our social media, trying to get more people involved, and we're also doing some in expanding our reach by pulling in some local artists to, you know, rep us and stuff like that. And so we have some plans, some top secret stuff coming up, but it's going to be really awesome. So I hope everybody can kind of stay tuned and look forward to it.
So when you're getting ready to go to college, did you decide where you're going to go to college, and how are you going to expand it whenever you do that?
I don't have an official decision yet of where I'm going to college, but I know I'm going to the northeastern region, most likely in Pennsylvania. And so both of my schools in that area are about less than 2 hours from New York and Philly, which are two major hubs for shoes. And so
why did you pick the East Coast specifically?
I love the East Coast. I love the people in the East Coast. Just the vibe, the vibe of the East Coast.
You
man.
said like you're 35.
Yeah,
you traveled the whole world. Have you been to the East Coast?
Yes, a couple times. I just love it. I know so many people from the East Coast, and they've had a huge direct influence on my upbringing and my creativity and everything. So I got mad love for the East Coast, minus the weather.
Love sun, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's dope.
Yes.
You seem like you definitely know where you're going. I know at your age, I was like, I don't even know. I knew I wanted to go to college, but I did not know what I was gonna do and all that. So you seem very direct and focused, and that's what's up.
Yes.
All right. So tell people how they can get in contact with you for more information about the app or any of the events you're doing or anything like that.
Alrighty, now we have all social media platforms. So we have Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at the Shoe Plug ASP. If you just type that in the search bar, you should be able to pull us up. I will say our most active accounts are our Instagram account and our Facebook accounts. So if you can get on those usually have the most pictures and the most updated content of what we're doing, shoes that are on there for sale, price drops, all that type of stuff. And like I said before, especially in the summer, we hope to make our presence a little bit more felt on those platforms. So those are the main things, and a website is also coming soon. So
okay.
Yes,
That's what's up. I did like I watched the video you have on the social media now, and that's dope. Like the music and everything.
Yes,
so
yes.
You guys are definitely off to a great start.
Yes, produced by local artists as well, and the music and all of that stuff. So we're big into bringing up everybody in our community. And so that's one of the major things I want to do as well. So.
Okay. Who's the artist you want to tell?
His name is Zach Correo is what he goes by in the music industry. He's been a good friend of my cousin's for a long time, and they do music together. So.
Okay. That's what's up. Thank you for coming in.
Yes, thank you so much. I had a great time.
All right. Of course, make sure you guys check out their app and our website. I'm Serenity, reminding you to spit your piece.
I'm IFBB Bikini Pro Cat Williams, and when I'm not working out in the gym, I'm searching the web on Cascade Media and What's Up Kansas City. So make sure you check them out.